Question from Michael, date of birth 1991, requesting an energy clearing and activating self-healing for fluctuating pain in abdominal flank on the left side and groin area, legs, hips that have been worrying him. What are the next steps and call in healing for this?
Okay, so right away for Michael, it's another time space. So some people call that a past life, but we know in the quantum field, it's all in the now. So it's in another time space. So sometimes in this life, the healings from another time space can happen through this body, but even this body has a different can be a different body, but the soul, your being, your oneness, travels in all time spaces. So it's one, you're one. So he's one, but maybe he's had different bodies or no bodies. Kind of. We're just going to talk like we're just going to say it, and then you decide what you believe is true because it's getting muddled. So we're just going to say it the way we see it, and then you decide what you believe. Okay, so for Michael, it is another time space. So we could call that a past life if he believes that. So for that healing and clearing for the left side of the body, there was, we're seeing like a spear went in to the side of the body there through the hip. And then right now, kind of everybody's clearing in all time spaces for the present moment. So it's up, basically his higher self is saying, let's clear this because this is holding him back in terms of like activating his consciousness in the present. So we're not going to get into the details of that except to show that he'll probably know as soon as we say it, he'll be able to see it himself. So there was like an attack. So obviously he was like a light worker, or he was there to activate change. He was there to bring in consciousness. And so then there was an attack. So the body remembers, and then because the body takes the hit for the soul. And then so it's something that the body says, the body wants it witnessed, that it went through this trauma, went through this tragedy, but it is willing to let it go, but it wants acknowledgement, like a witness, a mirroring, like a true mirror of consciousness to mirror that, yes, he did this in service, and that everybody is safe now. He is safe now. Michael is safe now. His body is safe now in the present moment. So we're just basically turning that spear into gold and gold light from source, and then we're just clearing it from his field. So even there's no energetic after effects, that if he says yes to healing it, so we feel it in his heart. It broke his heart. So it broke his heart to have been betrayed that way. So the body is the reminder that there was this betrayal that is hard to release, but we can feel it, that it hurts his heart in his present life now. It's the right side of his heart. So we're clearing it from that other time space, but it is affecting him in this life now. So we're just clearing it and bringing in the source gold light to clear it. And then so that the spear looks like a big long spear, like a wooden spear that's very pointy. So that's, anyways, we don't want to get too much in the visuals, but it's cleared now. So it's been returned to source. And that's the greatest healing, is not retaliation, but a full healing is releasing it back to source. And then everybody's karma, or everybody's lessons of that time space is then returns to source, which returns to everybody. So you don't have to carry other people's betrayals. You can release them to source. So he said yes, so he's released it to source. So now it's basically, we look at it and it looks like it disintegrates, kind of turns into golden dust, and then it's released from his field, but in all time spaces. So there now he's more straight and aligned. And then the heart, he needed to know, well, what happens, what's the retribution, what's the, like, people can't just do whatever they want, so we're just letting his heart know that, not everybody's consciousness may be at his level of consciousness, because he was there as a healer and as a to activate his light, and then to help other people, but not everybody is in his position of consciousness. And so we're saying to him, he doesn't have to do anything except for release it, everyone to source, and let source work out everybody involved. And so then he can just stay with his heart, and he can just stay with his intention. And then he did all the right things. He came to have like a mission to, like, as a healer, and in that time space, and he did it. So he can know that that has been recorded, that his intention was recorded in all time spaces, and he did what he had wanted to accomplish, he accomplished. So his heart now understands that. His heart is like, okay, because he thought all the things that he did were for nothing, because he died in like a tragic way. But no, it was all recorded, and now his heart knows, no, his intention and his healings and his helping all mattered. And then now we need the overall healing, which is to release it to source. So his heart says yes, his body says yes, he says yes, and then the field is now clear. So we're just going to bring in the gold and the golden light from source into the heart. So it's really a hard heartbreak for him. He's like wanted justice for it. So it's a real hard heartbreak to release. So we're just saying, release it to source, release it to consciousness. And then that is the most empowering and the most powerful thing to do, is just to know that through your eyes, you did everything you were meant to do, and we can't control other people. And everyone is at different consciousness levels. And some are not here as helpers, that some are here as destroyers. So, consciousness is chosen. So he'll understand that now. And then his heart. So as we're speaking, we can feel his heart. It's like a heart wall. So it would have blocked his love life in this life. It would have blocked him receiving love. It would have blocked him activating his self-love. So because he registered it as a betrayal. So why would he open his heart in this life if he feels betrayed? So, and then we're hearing outside. So in terms of sound healing, we use the exterior environment, and there's like metal clanging and a banging. So it's like really was hardened in there. But it's the sound frequency of the banging is actually, it's like metal and metal, but it is clearing. It's clearing. So it's clearing. So it was very embedded. So it may have seemed like it came through the hip, but really it really hit his heart. So we're just clearing his heart. And then there's different layers of the heart. But we're seeing that actually it was very embedded and very blocked. So it would have blocked self-love. And that is actually the most important thing, self-love and self-healing. So, but the events need to be witnessed. And so it's been witnessed now. And so just banging just using the sound of the banging to just, it's going to send vibrations through all time spaces. So kind of to us, it looks like this, like a rippling. And it's like, well, it's healing in the present moment, but it's rippling out to all time spaces. So we're just sending the golden light from source in all time spaces, but releasing the heart wall. So this is actually a really big activation for him. But this is not just for him. This same scenario has happened to many light workers, many starseeds, many empaths, many sensitives. So we're just like vibrating it out and then bringing in, so we can really see the golden light from source is here, and it's really filling up his heart with source's gold light. And just really anchoring. This is actually a big healing because his question actually represents a lot of light workers, or many that are on earth now. That betrayal of, while you're in service. So, we always say, release everything to us. We can work with you, from the source level of consciousness. And we don't want you to hold the burdens of the past or any time spaces. We want you to feel the fullness of your own heart, the self-love of your heart, the consciousness of your heart in the present moment. So we're really bringing in the gold light. So actually now we're going to do a source reset for his heart. So, and anybody can have that. They can ask for a source reset, which means it resets the heart to its original blueprint in all time spaces. So he will have to, drink a lot of water. We're going to suggest, because energy work and energy clearing can be very dehydrating. So we really want him to, so we're holding this right now. This hand is holding and stabilizing the present body. So Michael's present body. And then this hand is the left. So we're clearing in all time spaces using the left hand. But it's like a marker where we're anchoring down to Gaia, to the crystalline grid in all time spaces. So we're really, we're really grounding this into Gaia, into Mother Earth, where real healing happens on Earth, through the body, through the heart. So yeah, so it's releasing his, we can call it a heart wall. And then, but basically it's blocking self-love. And then self-love, real love only gets mirrored through self-love. So this is a big activation and clearing, but his higher self wanted this for him. So this is really important. This is really good that he asked this question. So it can seem about the body in this present time, but it's from another time. So we're just anchoring it in, but really for anybody, anyone that relates to this. And then just breathe and let go, and just let the softness of source come into your heart. Let the softness of source, this golden light, just come into your heart and just start kind of like we're seeing with his heart, like a swirling and a clearing, like a spiral. It's not a circle. That's a loop. It's a spiral. It's a spiral to source. So we're seeing that, it's almost like he forgot his compass. He forgot that it's not a loop, it's a spiral. So we're seeing that he can release now like a spiral to source. So he knows this. We just heard he knows. So he but is spiraling. And then it's with always with ease and grace. These are big activations and clearings, but we really are, want to be gentle with the body, and these clearings are very deep. So we want to everybody to be very gentle with themselves, and you don't realize in these activations how deep they're going. So he'll have the dreams to reinforce the clearing and the activations, and he'll also feel different. He's going to feel like, whoa, like my heart is like kind of puffing out of my chest. He's going to feel his heart, which is going to shock him because he's used to that being blocked with the heart wall. So but he's now he's gonna feel his heart. His heart is open. We would say, so just releasing, releasing. We got it to about 70%, which is really good in one activation. And then just what he can do to anchor this is just bring in the gold light from source. And he can actually put his hand on his heart. That's actually very nurturing to do, is to just, because it reminds you to connect with your heart, connect with your higher self, and then connect to source. And then just hold it there. Hold his being. Another word is his soul. Hold his being, his soul. But the deep I, that's Eckhart Tolle's word, the deep I in his heart, through the heart. And then, so the construction now that has finished, so we're hearing like a beep, 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 beep. So it's like helping kind of bring in the vibration of the healing and the clearing and the energy work. So it's activating the self-healer. And then these kind of are clearings and activations. And then once your heart is connected and open to source, and then you can really allow the love to come in from source, and then you can mirror that love, that self-love out. So it's like source comes in through the heart and then beams out through the heart. So his love life will probably be very good after this.